Hey world, it's Ben want to come back to another video. Man, I want to come back with this video real quick, not long. The title is it a border crisis or is it a national crisis? And the reason why I say that, family, because the border crisis to me is somewhat of a conundrum, because if correct me if I'm wrong, but the people that's over in these detention centers, okay, it's not prison. They're not held against their own will. They can go back home, to their own country. No one is keeping these people in these detention centers. No one is forcing them, these families, to send their kids over here with strangers. Who does that? Now you may say, well, it's tough out here. You know, the country is tough. I mean, they don't have any jobs. I mean, you know, the education system is bad. People don't have any food. People don't have any jobs. They don't have anywhere to stay. Well, is that a border crisis or a national crisis? Because last I checked, we had over 500,000 homeless people here in America. Last I checked, we still have a lot of people here in America with no insurance. Last I checked, here in America, we have thousands and thousands of Afro-melanated women and children missing. We have thousands of children missing. We have thousands of women caught up and kidnapped and are in sex trafficking rings. Where can they go? Where can the homeless go? Can they go to Mexico or to the Northern Triangle, Honduras, Guatemala, El Salvador? Can they go to Europe? Can they go to Africa? No. So is this a border crisis or a national crisis? Because it's a national crisis in my eyes, because I see the numbers of people that are homeless. I mean, let's keep it 1,000. And so when you have all these politicians down there politicizing something that's been happening for years. During the Obama administration, these people was down there. Okay? So is it a national crisis or is it a border crisis? California's governor, Governor Newsom, just signed signed a bill into law saying that it will be illegal for employers or businesses to discriminate against Afro-melanated or black women because of the way they wear their hair. What? You wrote that into law, and you proud of that. Remember, California wrote into law, and I think whatever the governor is in New York, he's going to be the second governor to write into law that it's going to be a crime or against the law to discriminate against black women because of the way they wear their hair to work. Family, help me. Because why is that relevant, Governor Newsom in California, when you have Skid Row in California, in Los Angeles County, where it's over 50, and if you don't know what Skid Row is, family, it's over 50 blocks of homeless people living on the streets in California. Call it Skid Row. Where homelessness is a crime. Where they have only like 9 to 10 porta potties or restrooms there for over 2,000 people that's located down there, Governor Newsom. And you signing a bill to make it illegal for an employer to fire a black woman because of the way she has her hair. Because she may come to work, guys, with the blonde hair or with the purple hair or with the, and some employers, I guess, or some black women feel discriminated against. I'm trying to understand when that law is going to be written into, when a bill is going to be written into law that makes it illegal for employers to discriminate or not hire Afro-melanated men who was released from prison. Okay? I mean, think about that. I mean, you want to do something significant for our nation, for our neighborhood, for black men, for Afro-melanated men, Governor Newsom? Put into law, sign into law that sign a bill that says it's against the law to discriminate. Or actually, since Trump wants to add to the census that asks the question whether or not you're a citizen or not, why don't you take off applications whether or not you was a felon or not? See what kind of difference that'll make in our nation? See how now you have Afro-melanated men or men in general that make a mistake. And remember, family, I'm a little partial toward Afro-melanated men because of the disparity and the discrepancy with the number of men that are arrested and incarcerated. You dig? Because we have a group of people that's in this country, right? You have a group of people that's in this country illegally, right? Getting jobs. Okay? Getting jobs. But then you have a group of people that's been in this country for centuries that's arrested and incarcerated at a higher rate than any other ethnic group in this country. And once they're arrested, one time, you can forget about it. Where's their life unless they... And that's why I say pay yourself first, family. So is it a national crisis or is it a border crisis? Okay? California, New York, y'all want to pass a law. Y'all want to pass a bill to make it illegal for black women to be discriminated against in the workplace because of the way they wear their hair. But then you don't want to make it against the law to discriminate against a man trying to get a job because he's arrested and he's served his time. He served his debt to society. Family, this is a national crisis. All right? And just on that note, Governor Newsom, the woman that has this organization, family, the organization is called Crown. And if you look at them, they have a crown on the head. I guess I guess it's a play on words. So, don't discriminate against me because of my hair. Well, the name of the organization, family, is Creating a Respectful and Open World for Natural Hair. What? Creating a respectful and open world for natural hair. Now, if this was to say, hey, for all Afro-melanated women that don't wear weaves and wigs and all that stuff and just wearing their natural hair, their natural, beautiful hair, that's what that should be talking about. But the person who's, over this organization, she has long, blonde, curly locks. Blonde hair, that's not natural. And so it's confusing, family. And they call the bill the Crown Act. They even named it. So even though you got over 50-some thousand people on Skid Row in California, Governor Newsom, you're going to sign a bill called the Crown Act so that black women won't be discriminated against in the workplace, but you have not signed one bill. And remember, Kamala Harris was in California during this time of all these mass incarcerations. I'm trying to find out where she, where does her credibility come into play where she's a leader. I mean, not for us. You dig? I mean, anytime you got a governor of a state that has the highest number of homeless people in the nation and the highest number of billionaires in the nation sign a law called the Crown Act that would help fight discrimination against hairstyles? Are you serious? And then you have people down in the border in detention centers, mind you, not homeless, but how many people you think that would love to be down there with detention centers? How many homeless people on Skid Row right now out there in that heat? Because remember, anything better than staying on the streets. And here you got people in detention centers that have a choice that can go home. Okay, family? It's ridiculous. I mean, and then the Supreme Court Justice, you guys say, I don't want to get involved in the census. Family, if you don't know what the census is, that's when they send a census around to everybody to try to find out whether or not you're American, just whether you're black, all this kind of stuff. Information about yourself, a census. And President Trump wanted to add on that, are you a citizen? Democrats and other people said that's not fair to ask a person if they're a citizen of the United States. Right there, family, is cognitive dissonance. You can't go to any other country in the world and say, I don't have to tell y'all if I'm a citizen or not. Try that in Russia, China. Try that anywhere else. And so the hypocrisy is this. You're lying if you're talking about this is a humanitarian crisis when you have all these people in America homeless. You have military veterans right now on Skid Row that can't get a place to live because they're on drugs that was given to them while they served. Come on, family. You dig? So, family, I just wanted to come back with a little food for thought, family. Thanks for the love. May the Most High inside of you bring you joy. And in the meantime, between time, being with us out of 5,000.